we need to look at what are the roots of inequality. I mean, I think for a long time we tried to create social safety nets that would make people safer with unemployment insurance and so forth. Um, and then we also tried to kind of regulate business, um, to change it, or we had unions. All of those approaches are not working. I mean, things have gotten worse and worse and worse. And so I think we're at this stage where we need to say, how would you have an economy that's designed for different outcomes? You're not just, trying to surround the economy that we have with, safety nets or regulations, but you're saying, no, what's the economy that's designed for broad-based prosperity, for good jobs, for family financial security, and it's an economy that is broadly owned, where workers and communities have control, and I think that's the kind of economy that we're talking about. Community wealth building in rural economies. Now, Aspen has been a real leader in this with the WealthWorks project that I was happy to be part of for many years. And I think what's different in rural communities is, number one, you don't necessarily have big anchor institutions who are right there and want to localize their purchase. And so you need to build value chains out to maybe the buyers are in a big nearby city, or so you need to build a whole construct of maybe you have local lumber that is green, but then you need the mill needs to be certified, you need the trucking, and then of course you need the architects and the builders in the city. So there's your value chain. So that's one thing that's different. I think another thing about rural areas is you need to talk about building multiple forms of wealth. This is really, really critical. It's not just financial assets. It's not just enterprises. It's also, you need the social fabric, the connections. You need individual skill building. Often ecology is the asset that a rural area will have to work with. And so you work with the assets that you have. You work collaboratively. You try to keep wealth locally owned. So many of the elements apply with a few variations for rural areas.